discussion where more crisis is brewing in the camp of the Labour Party, and this time the party is contending with primary election crisis. A governorship aspirant on the platform of the people of the party in Edo State, Olumide Akpata, said the Labour Party is not ready for its primary election. In a letter to the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Akpata said the party's primary election process lacks transparency. He also alleged that there is a plot by the party leadership to handpick a candidate for the governorship election in the state. Well, operatives of the Edo State Police Command have arrested the embattled national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure. Meanwhile, the party's national chairman, Abure, was arrested on Wednesday in Benin City, the Edo State capital, on allegations of premeditated attempted murder, amongst other alleged infractions. The Labour Party chairman's arrest followed a petition by the LP youth leader, Comrade Eragbe Anslem Amphilia. Ikeo, what do you make of this, will I say, unfolding development in Labour Party in terms of its internal wranglings? We've seen one recently on funds, transparency, now the electoral crisis. What do you make of what's happening in this, will I say, upcoming party?
Well, it just shows you that there is really no difference between the Labour Party and other parties. They are very similar in terms of their greed for power and even avarice. The same Abure and some of his colleagues in the ESCO, there is a criminal charge still hanging on their necks. They've not been able to shake it off. And it was for that reason that his opponents within the party moved in and claimed that they had suspended him because they forged documents, replaced people who had won the primaries with other people. They forged documents, including seals, party seals and all that, just to make sure that the people that they want eventually sail through. And they claim that, some of these people emerged by consensus. One of the candidates of the party in Ebonyi lodged a report with the police. Matter went to court. The court in Abuja ordered the police to investigate that infraction. And the police investigation found them guilty of forgery and sundry crimes. This illegal substitution of candidates' names and all that, which the candidate in Ebonyi had complained about. That case is still, Abure knows it. I talk about it all the time when the grandstand, that case is on. You know that you are accused of a criminal forgery of documents and all that. The other day when when the National Assembly, when many of their members were asking for SUVs and all that, Labour Party boasted that its members will have nothing to do with it. The interviews conducted showed Labour Party members saying, no, we will take the jeeps. We will take the jeeps. The jeeps are meant for us to work. Abure was boasting that their members would not touch the jeeps. He wanted to give the impression that Labour Party is different from others. But what he fails to realize is that these are people who used to belong to those tainted political parties, who just saw the Labour Party as a vehicle to achieve their aims of taking power. They are not, it's not as if they are a different strain of politicians. No, stop kidding yourself. These are guys who had been in PDP, who had been in APC. They just saw themselves, especially in the Southeast, that look, if I do not join Labour, I don't stand a chance of winning an election. Do you think, for example, that the former ABGA national chairman, if he had not moved to Labour, do you think he would be in the Senate today? They had to use Victor Ome. They had to use the popularity of Peter Obi to catapult themselves to political preeminence. That is what has happened. But they have not changed. They are still the same politicians that we are familiar with. Labour Party, you expect Labour Party in terms of its compactness, in terms of it being a strong party, to be far more organized than all of what we are seeing.
Right.
You won't expect to hear stories about Labour Party. Things about
funds,
lack of transparency, trying to rig party primaries. It is the APC and PDP who are notorious for that. They want to rig primaries. Look at what happened in Edo now. 3 candidates. Imagine.
Someone called them triplets.
No, I won't call them triplets because they don't look alike. And they are not of the same age. Triplets usually come from the same loins, from the same womb, and most times they look alike. But these ones don't look alike. Some maybe not enough hair on their heads and all that. Now, you've seen what happened in Edo now. You saw what happened in Anambra, where the Supreme Court ruled that the primaries of the APC that Andy Oba won was a non-event. It was no primary election. So it's shameful that the Labour Party is towing the same line. They are not different. I know they don't like it when we talk like people like Aisha now. They will say, what is this person saying? It is the truth. You can deny forever, but it is the truth. You discover now that those politicians are not worth the trouble. Akpata, now look at Akpata, that was touted as most likely to be the candidate of the Labour Party from Edo State. And it was lyrical about what Labour Party stood for. Look, when people join political parties, they join for different reasons.
It's about interest.
Two persons won't come together and say, let our interests align. Let's join for the same reason. No. And they are likely to even contest against one another if care is not taken. So, Labour Party, I'm not surprised. We will even still see worse things. Yes. I saw pictures. One, the girl who was accused the party chairman, is publishing some pictures that these were houses that Abure never had before until, look, there's no wrong in people being ambitious. Do you want him to remain on the same spot?
No.
Of course he's not going to remain on the same spot.
To move.
So if he didn't have houses yesterday, does it mean he should not have tomorrow? So as Labour Party, no. I would say I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
To a very large extent. Because Nigeria deserves a party that can actually set the right standards for others. And the likes of Aisha Sufu try to paint
the party as such.
Yes, as if it's a political party that is smelling like roses all the time. But we've seen now that they've not even, how many years have they been there?
They've been
Is it up to you again?
It's not 2003.
No,
They've
not
been there before now.
The Labour Party, hold on. The Labour Party of Memeko.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not the Labour Party of
Abure.
Peter Obi. Peter Obi came and it looked like their sins have been washed away in the blood of Peter Obi. We started seeing Labour Party not like that party that people like Memeko used to gain power. We started seeing Labour Party as a new party. Oh, the party that will set things right in our country. The party that appeal to the young people, angry people. But when those young people see these things happening, of course they will be disappointed. Even the most deluded of them all will be disappointed. Why are these things happening? Now, the same Abure has been arrested, accused of trying to kill someone.
The former youth leader.
But Emeka, how do you think the party can handle these allegations and perhaps win public trust? Perhaps because if people lose faith in the party that they once thought would be the hope of their dreams, what then again is the hope?
Well, it's unfortunate that all of this is happening, but it's not unexpected. You know, given the way we practice politics in Nigeria, it's a do or die affair. You know, so I think the party still has the opportunity to redeem itself.
How?
And to, yeah, of course, these allegations have been thrown at it. So definitely the leadership shouldn't just wave it aside. You know, like the allegations of corruption against Abure. The state chairman have said, the state chairman have said that he is, you know, that they have confidence in him, which is a strong one, but they should move further than that. The INEC and the NWC should move further to actually deal with any, you know, pending issues, you know, that impugn on the party's integrity. That is one. Then secondly, I think this issue of leadership needs to be sorted out quickly, because it's not just politicking. It's not just about winning elections or participating in elections, but it's also about voter education. It's also about holding the government in power, you know, accountable. It's also about the number of things, advocating for the rights of people, for the rights of, you know, women, children, you know, people living with disabilities and all of that. So if we reduce politics to just, you know, contesting elections and winning or losing, then we have lost the essence of good governance. So I think the Labour Party should be worried. The top brass of the Labour Party should be worried about all of these things. You know, of course, Peter Obi showed a good example some days ago by publishing his campaign expenses so that nobody would drag him into any mess. Yes. And he said, everybody, if you know you receive money at any level, at any point, please publish it, which is what we want. Transparency, accountability. Labour Party should be noted for it. You know, so I hope they can quickly deal with all these things. About the manner in which the police arrested Abure, I just wonder why. If you're arresting somebody who came for a meeting with the DSS and you have to manhandle him, I think some of these things are just excessive. They make it look as if somebody is afraid, you know, of something. You comport yourself decently, because the forthcoming election, the primary, you know, it's already, Edo State is already heated up. PDP is having its own, APC is having its own, Labour Party is having its own. So all of these things now, I think the security agencies should take it easy, so that the wrong impressions are not read into their actions. Yes, somebody has claimed that there was an attempt to murder him. Investigate, but don't make your actions look like you are taking sides.
No, but they were trying to also resist his arrest.
Well,
so you know.
Yeah, but
they
have
no business trying to get in the way of the police doing his work.
No, of course, I agree with that.
Trying to stop them from arresting him for what purpose?
Okay, that is what will give birth to.
Yes, to do that, you expect that they will use force. It's not above the law. If they come to arrest him, don't stand in the way. Let them pick it on you, accompany them to the place. In no time, he will be out of
that. Of course.
So what is the issue?
Drama.
He has not committed murder now, so why are you afraid
to answer?
No, well, you know, political parties
no big deal
can be emotional.
They
can be overtly emotional.
Yeah. All right, let's quickly go on a very quick break. You still